Sorry I'm late. The machine was still running. So here we are. Welcome in. Tippy! Tippy, welcome in. Let me get in my iPad so I can snag you. How envy? It's hot outside. I am too. Alright, let me get in here. Tippy, how are you doing, Tippy? Welcome in, welcome in. We are multicasting YouTube as well. Okay? Play a mama bear. What's up? What's up? Tippy, no pressure. Never any pressure, Tippy. How are you? How are you doing, Tippy? I promise. I'm not this close to the camera regularly. Okay? Okay. So welcome in. Okay, we're in the iPad. We're multicasting to Sandy. What's up, Sandy? Is that your name? Sorry, I should have asked. Welcome in. If you guys are new to me, my name's Kimmy D. I sell tissue culture plants, better known as plants in bags. Oh, dang, Tippy. Let's go. And I do live spray paint art. What's up, K Dubs? Heather, you got who is who? What is happening? So, I also do live spray paint. There's like some stickers and stuff in the shop, but I really wanted this stream since we're multicasting to YouTube as well. Um, I needed a YouTube video, and you guys have been asking, so I was like, the stars aligned. If you guys don't know, I am. Hold on, let me show you, Tippy. Tippy, look what I got. Look what I got. Look, look what I got now, guys. I am now a Ray Dunn ho, so to speak. Ray Dunn, telling you. That one was from Little Hands Big Deals. This one, JJ Shopper. So, all right, here we go. If you guys got questions, ask your questions. I can't see you on YouTube. I apologize. We're at my sink. What do we do? What do we do? Hold on. Let me pin this. And then we'll rock and roll. Maybe someday so I can see the chat. If you guys ever want to get notified when I go live, you could hit that bell on that. You could also buy the sticker printed by Natural State of High. Because that's how it rolls. Man, it's already hot in here. Oh no, you're not. I am already hooked. It's too late. It's too late. So I'm gonna unpin that. We're gonna do this. But welcome in. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the shares. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's what I decided to do. I decided to show 3 different ways. Okay, keep your minds out of the gutter. Oh, let's go. Let's go. 3 different ways. I've done all 3. If there's another way out there, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. That's why I don't do these videos very much, because there's like 50 million different ways to do it, depending on what your end goal is or whatever. So I caveat everything with figure out what works for you, but what works for you, stick to it. Okay? Don't change 50 million times, okay? Never a wrong way. That's right. Yes! Hi! Oh, shit! I'll be right back! Hi, how are you doing? I'm here to acclimate. If you guys don't know about altered cards, hide normal designs right there. I always have to show you my supervisor is here. She was in the other room. Yeah, I'm actually in Grain Valley. It did real time. She was yelling at me from the office. She's like, she saw you come on the screen and she yelled at me. Okay, but now we have the director. Literal red card. Literal red card. Okay, so Mickey, it's good to see you. Thanks. So, chill out in the chat. She was like, bitch, come again. Shit, hold on. No pressure, Mickey. No pressure. Um, crap. Okay, hold on. Hold on, don't leave. Don't leave. People on YouTube are like, for freak's sake, just get to acclimating crap. That's weird. I guess you can't. I've never tried. So I have three different ways. These are all ways I've done with my personal plants, or I've shipped out as an acclimation kit. Okay, the reason I don't do acclimation kits, yep, I'd say that's the word. The bee, the bird. Speaking of birds, did you guys see my Instagram? How cool was that? Follow me on Instagram, same name underscore. Now we know. Um, I picked three different ways. The three most common ways that I've seen. The only thing I haven't done is like moss perlite. If you want like moss perlite type situation, go check out Plants on Wheels. She has like boss moss mix. Amazing. Okay? All right. So you're at my sink. We're just gonna do it at the sink. I'm gonna do it the way that I do it, period. So I do have, we're gonna do brownie plugs. Okay? Brownie plugs in a humidity dome. We're gonna do rub-a-dub-dub. We're gonna do fluval and perlite, and then I'm gonna do a third option, which is brownie plugs with perlite surrounding it. Okay. We're gonna work on caladiums because some of them look bad. Okay, so I got them. I pulled them that way you guys can see. It's not so scary. We do have a really nice Aglionema though. Also, go check out. Okay, I'm not selling this Friday. Next week, go check out next week's show. I have a. That's what I've been doing this week. Working on loading the shop with everything I got coming in. You guys asked for parent photos. I got parent photos. All the above. So go check out what I got coming in. Hit the bell. You don't even have to pre-bid because you know I run at random. But okay, I'm gonna turn you guys. And my bounce for a second. Close your eyes. You like my mini oven there? That thing is the best thing ever. Okay? Just saying. Okay. Let me make. Oh, God. I don't know where you guys went. You went somewhere. All right. Ooh, I know. All right. Here we go. If you guys can't see at any time, let me know. I got my chat up over here. So, wear gloves, don't wear gloves. That's up to you. I personally wear gloves because these things have growth hormones in them. So I just, but you don't have to, okay? But be smart, okay? So I wear gloves. Fancy oven. I know, Tippy. That's exactly why we got that one. There's only two of us, so we basically bake our meals in that little thing. Okay, you guys can see. We're not using the Pam though. We're not using the Pam. So don't worry about that. Don't ask me like what is the Pam for. We're not using it. So all I have is RODI water. If you don't have RODI water, don't panic. You can get distilled water. We're gonna rinse them off with sink water, just good old City of Green Valley water. Um, if you want to, okay. If you have a really bad, what's RODR water is just reverse osmosis. You can get a whole system set up like for your house. We have one in the laundry room. It just runs it through like four stages of filtration to filter out the stuff. So I personally use Physand 20. I only use Physand 20 if something looks like absolute dog water. Outside that, I don't use peroxide. I don't use Physand. It's pretty much survival of the fittest unless you absolutely need it. If you need it, use it very cautiously because what it can do is break down the cells on the plant. So I do like 1 ml in 800 mils of water. That's about 10% spring water. Ooh, spring water, like even bottled water. If all you have is bottled water, that would be fine too. Who's that? Plant Daddy Co. What is up? Oh, join it from the shared link. So this is like your peroxide, your fungicide, whatever. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't, you don't. Okay? Okay. I have brownie plugs. They're just soaking in whatever like rooting thing you want. Like you can I use Fizan Final Soak. Yeah, you never know. You never know. I've grown over, I don't know, probably 500 TCs at this point, and it's really survival of the fittest at my house. But I understand. However, do whatever feels good, whatever you guys feel like. It's all good. There is no wrong way to do it, unless you overwater it. If you overwater it, there's Veronica. Veronica. Yo, what's up, Tiny? Veronica. Kimberly has something to say about your profile picture. Just saying. Just saying. Wait, we got her. We got her director too. We got her director. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a good sport. Thanks for being a good sport. So, all right. With that, we're gonna start with brownie plugs. What do you say? Brownie plugs? Because I got the most of those to do. We got 5. They're all Caladium June brides. Okay. Some are good. What's up, Deb? Some are good, some are bad. Some are happy, some are sad. You guys didn't know this was going to be a Dr. Seuss thing. Tiny, Tiny, thank you for being here. So, all we're going to do, it's going to get a little loud because I'm going to turn on the water. So, I'm going to let the water run so it's not like freezing cold, okay? That's all we're going for. We just want, get that stuff off of it. That's it. I'm here for the riddles. Let's go. All right. You can also do this in a bowl. Like if all you got to the bowl and you don't feel comfortable using city water, I totally get it. And that's okay. The only other thing I have is the microrhizome, the great white shark. I just put it in a deli jar. It's a powder. That's all it is. Not that powder. Okay. I see you guys. All right. Brownie plugs first. You guys here for the brownie plugs? I'm gonna stop talking because that's just gonna get weird. All right, wrong color, wrong color. All right, I'll try to. Let me see what I got here. Here, I got this. Here we go. What's up? So take it, bam, cut it, and then if there was a lot of agar in this, I would grab the roots of the agar to try to pull. See, we already pulled all the roots off that one. It was meant to be. So we'll see about this one. Oh, it's not? That's good. Thank you. So this is going to be a good one. Hold on. So we essentially pulled the roots off that guy. But that's okay. Because I got a nub. This guy's got a nub. We're going to save him. Request for pack. Okay. So all I'm doing is just rinsing it off. So this guy has one root on him. That's all he's got. We pull all the other roots off. But don't panic. Don't panic. It'll be okay. Just be gentle. Just gentle if all you got's one root. Normally, I wouldn't care. But they needed to come off. Okay? Then I just throw them in the RODI water while I wait on the other guys. Okay, same thing. You can also open all these at once. You don't have to do them as one at a time, but I'm just showing you guys so you can see. Some of these guys don't have a lot of roots at all. And we're going to crank that up. Crank that soldier boy, as they say. Okay, so this one's a good example. These two leaves right here, right there, are yellow, right? So all I'm going to do is just yank them off. along with the root, I guess. All right. So this was just going to be a root. That's why I picked these guys. Apparently, they're very sensitive. Okay. We're just going to leave that guy alone, man. Thank you for the share. Welcome in, folks. If you got any questions, just drop a question mark in there so I see it. We're working on brownie plugs right now. And all I'm doing is to make sure to get as much of the gel off there as I can. Because when you think about it, okay, think about the gel as like candy, right? Candy that gets stuck on your teeth, right? If it sits on the root for too long and you don't do a good job of cleaning it off, just like tartar on your teeth, just like sugar on your teeth, if you don't brush your teeth, it's going to sit there and start decaying that root and essentially creating a cavity, which creates a hole in your root system. But if you don't get it all off, it's okay. Just do the best you can, okay? Do the best you can. This is a good one. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that leaf right there. Okay. What we're gonna do, it's definitely a DOD DED leaf. What I'm gonna do is just plug it off. Thank you so much, Heidi. We are streaming on YouTube today as well. I appreciate you. Crank it up. There we go. I love the eyeballs. The eyeballs are fun. Just pluck that guy. Bam. Just pluck it off. We're gonna run this guy. Same thing. I know, right? This is our new sink. So we got this sink specifically. We used to have the little two small sinks. I was like, no. If we're gonna redo the sink, we're getting a big sink. Okay, so that has a lot of agar on it. So just gently pull it off. There you go. Pull it off. That's it. Okay. That's all there is to it. We will do a Monstera because I know people have like that's the most asked is Monstera. Let me get this over here. So that's just been in RODI water. Move that, move that. Ah, I'd take it a step further and okay, so we got our brownie plugs. I'm gonna show you guys. You guys talk about these brownie plugs so much. I'm gonna soak the ever living crap out of it so you guys see what not to do. Actually, I'll throw it in there and then I'll show you what not to do. Just throw it in the RODI water. Okay. You see how soaked it is? We're gonna soak it some more. Just so you guys see what not to do. Okay? Don't do this. This is what not to do. Okay? Because you guys know you overwaterers out there. As a reformed overwaterer myself, I get it. So you guys get your brownie plug. You think that's good. Okay? But your brownie plug is like your sponge, right? In your kitchen. Okay, don't judge me for my sponge. This has a little bit of water in it because I just cleaned some dishes, but you know when it's oversaturated. So what do? Do the same thing with your brownie plug. We soak the ever living crap out of it. And we just let it, we squeeze it like we're going to be on an episode of Dateline. Okay. It's still holding moisture. Okay. So it's still holding moisture. Let me get this over here so you guys can see that's exactly what I do. Now, all I'm going to do is take scissors, whatever you want. I just cut a little bit and then just open the plug. Hold on. I moved something. You, you know what, Tippy? You are 1,000,000% right. Soak 'em and choke 'em. Oh my gosh, Tippy. Tippy, that's hilarious. I do take it a step further. I pat dry my all of them just because if there's any residual water in the crevices, that's just another point of issue. Tippy, I can't even believe that. That's fucking hilarious. Freaking hilarious. Crap, forgot. Okay, so see, it's got the little root. All I do is I take my micro, I just like dip it in the powder, bam, bam. That's it. The other thing is, okay, most of you want to bury it like deep. Keep your minds out of the gutter. Okay? Most of you want to bury it deep. Bury it only as far as it takes the plant to stand up. Okay? If it's standing up on its own, like you guys saw, it's literally at the top there. Because what happens when you bury it too far down, you put it in your tray, there's no room for. So, oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Soak, choke, and bury. We're getting. I love the noon crowd. So, if you're on YouTube, we're talking about plants, okay? And then all I do, obviously, you want to label it. And then let me move this guy so you guys see what I'm doing. These guys were rehabs. They're still rehabbing. I know, right? And then I just drop it in there. That's it. It sits like mine's at 99%. This is just like a humidity dome you guys would buy. And now I'm going to show you guys how quickly you can actually do it when you're just cranking it out. Watch me whip, watch me nay nay. Pass the towel. Okay, so I have these soaking. I do this every single time. Every single time. Just when you think, bring it one more time. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, your biggest unaliver of your tissue culture plants is the overwatering. Oh, just because soggy bottoms does not equal humidity. Okay? We want humidity, not so much soggy bottoms. Okay? So you guys see this guy's got like 2 roots. He'll be fine. And then again, we just put him in there till he stands up. We put it like a 16th into the plug. That's it. Okay? Just dropping it right in there. Bam. One after another. Another one. Another one. All right, we're going to be quiet. You guys are ruthless today. Ruthless today. I don't know if YouTube can see the chat. YouTube's probably commenting. Cocoa melt? No. All right, same thing. Bam. I don't even want to comment because I know you guys where your heads are at today. Okay, again, so don't be scared if like you don't have hardly any roots on there. You want to make sure your base is good. That's it. Okay, I gotta stop leaning though. I gotta stop leaning. My lower back is like garbage. It's garbage. You can use Clonex. You can use whatever you want. I use Micro. There you go. Sugar on Market. Thank you for coming in. So if the plug, but the plug's got to be dry. It's got to be like dry, dry. I like. I'll show you one. I'll show you one. Maybe these are all. Okay, hold on. This is what they look like, right? So you guys might think they look dry. What's up, sweet Eileen's? Guys, if you're sellers, drop your shows. Tell the people we got mostly plant people in here. But Sugar on Market does the sugar. Sweet Eileen's does sweet stuff. It's awesome. So if you think your plug needs water, send me a picture first. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Where's the thingamabobber? Because plugs can be deceiving. You can look like there's no moisture in it, but I guarantee you, if it's not like a light brown, it's probably got moisture. But if you need to put more water in, and it's in a dome, it's okay to take the dome off just a little bit. I don't know what I do, but you do heighten stuff up. Okay, so let's say your plug's in a cup. You just take whatever watering thing you got, just give it a little water. Now, what you could watch for, right? I don't know how well you guys can see this. Let me get it on a white background. Okay, so let's say this is our plug, right? Does that look good? Hold on, I can't see. Oh, she does look good. I look pretty good. Just kidding, guys. All right. One thing you could watch for is when you water the top, how fast does that water soak into the plug? If it's slow, right? Just like our thing, if it's slow, it probably doesn't need any more water. If it's fast, like right, like let's say this is our kitchen sponge, right? It's like medium dry, right? Like it's still got soap. Okay, so we soak it until it starts absorbing. You see how slow it's absorbing? We just give it a little bit. Okay, that's probably good enough. You watch kind of for the absorption rate of the water to the top of the plug. Okay, but if you somehow overwater it, because I've done it, is you could take the plug out of the dome and do the same thing and just wring it out. That's okay. It happens. So same thing. We'll watch for the rate of absorption, and it's very slow. You see, I don't know if you guys could tell how slow that is. That plug is way oversaturated. Okay, so say you oversaturate it. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm gonna do that uh in a few minutes. I'll do that next. I'll do that next for you, because I that's specifically why I brought it up here. So you just watch it. It is perfectly fine. We're just gonna snip it. What do we got? Now, you guys are like, this won't survive. I guarantee you it will survive. Okay? Trust me. This guy is just a nub. Okay? Just a little nub. That's it. Just gonna dump him in there, plug him, set him right on top, and let him figure out his own life. Okay? Okay. Alright. Questions. Questions. Ask your questions. It's okay if you don't have any. Alright, here we go. Hold on, I gotta get the spray bottle real quick. I gotta get the spray bottle. But did you ever know? Oh, that's sweet. Absolutely. This is also multicasted to YouTube today. My goal is to kind of edit some, and then have a QR code for stuff. So this is also on YouTube. Same name, just the only thing is Kimmy D underscore 86. All right, let me get a drink of water real quick. Now, for my next trick, I'm just kidding. So, any questions on brownie plugs? The biggest thing on brownie plugs is make sure you don't initially over soak them, because you can always add more water. It's harder to take it away. What happens is when you over saturate your brownie plug, right? I always use this demo because it's the best example. If you're in the shower for too long, you start to prune. If you have a callus on your hand, that callus starts to peel, right? and then you go outside and do yard work, and then dirt gets into that open wound. When your plant is sitting in the brownie plug that's oversaturated, it slowly decays the membrane around the roots over time. Okay, it may be a week, it may be, usually it's pretty fast in tissue culture, I found. So that's what's happening to your roots. You essentially decay the membrane down to the point that um, it creates essentially an open wound in your plant root or plant base for water and bacteria and everything to come up. That's why one day you'll see your plant perfectly fine. The next day it'll be slumped over, and it'll be black. Okay, do you need a plug? Oh, there's a couple different options. I'm gonna show you two like single options. You don't need a brownie plug. You don't need one. So the next one we're gonna do, the dreaded Monstera that everybody is always scared of. I just rinse it and put it in a cup with perlite moss. That's perfect. We're gonna do the cup method next. That's probably perfect. Like I in the beginning, I haven't done much with moss perlite. So it's kind of the same. Just make sure it's not oversaturated. Okay, so what? 20-ounce cup with the lid. That's what we're gonna do next. Okay, and then I got a little planter pot, and then we're gonna use a brownie plug for this one, and I'm gonna show you guys what I do with these. Okay, so Monstera. Biggest thing with Monstera, especially, they're extremely slow growers. So when you just multiply oversaturating your brownie plug times 1,000, and that's 9 times out of 10 what's gonna unalive these guys. Okay, so big roots, no problem. We're gonna do the Monstera albo. There was like a failed payment on this one, so I was like, this will be perfect for just acclimating because everybody's always scared of them. Okay, we just did the same thing. Just getting some of that agar gel off of it. Okay. The other thing is these leaves will eventually stand up towards the light. I'll show you one. And we're just gonna do the same thing. Just gonna rinse. And kind of a trick that you can do is everybody wants to rinse them like this, right? When you do that, you're shoving water down into the crevices. So, and it's not a problem if you do it. I'm going to show you what to do if you do that. So, say you do this and you water them like that, you're rinsing them off, you've shoved all that water down there. Turn them upside down. Just turn them upside down, rinse it off for a minute, let them hang dry, hang 10, whatever. And we'll do the same thing. Just throw them in the RODI water while we get our brownie plug ready. Same thing, rinse out the brownie plug. Now, this is what I do with this. This is another way to do it. I have fluval and perlite. I just take some of this, some of the perlite, especially with Monstera. Okay. I put a base of perlite down at the bottom. That's a little heavy on fluval. Okay. Just a little base. Okay. Then brownie plug, ringed it out, whatever you want to call it. We're going to chop it, split it. Talk dirt, welcome in. So again, we're just going to hang dry this just for a second. Going to pat dry it. And pat drying is totally optional. I do it just because it's worked good for me. So, Monstera especially, these roots are what you want. Did I just crack that? I didn't. So you don't necessarily need to bury the nub. Thank you for the follows. You don't need to necessarily bury the nub. these roots are what you need to get in there. So that's not going down. So you have to tip. Okay. So all I did was just cut the brownie plug a little more. And then I put the roots in there. Like literally like that. So the nub is above, but the roots are below. Oh, Siri's gonna try to talk to me. Oh, I forgot to dip it. Okay, but let's say you do this and the roots are sticking out and it's got a lot of roots. Just wrap the roots around the brownie plug and stick it in whatever your substrate is. Okay? Again, I'm just very well versed at using brownie plugs, so I do that. So again, we're just putting the roots in there, just giving it enough for it to stand up just like that. Then we're going to drop it in our little system. This is what I do. I do take it a step further, but I forgot my tweezers. Okay. So I will also just fill this up. I'll fill the sides. Let me see. It's in there. So I'll just fill around it just a little bit. A little pat on the butt. This is not necessary. As long as your brownie plug is fine standing up, it's just an extra step, okay? Not necessary. So we got this, we got this. Bam. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to fill this guy just because I'm going to probably keep this for myself or sell them eventually. Okay, we didn't bury the brownie plug. Okay, the brownie plug's still up there so you can get some air circulation. We're just going to move some of that around. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys another trick. This is where it gets interesting. Okay. Oh no. Y'all, my Monstera outside just fell over. What the heck? All right, so you got your cup, right? You throw a little bit of water down in there, and then you drop it. I already know this is gonna touch the side, so let me go get a couple things. What's that? It's not difficult at all. If you look up tissue cultures, what's on YouTube? Sweet. Now, Tippy. So, that's right. See? You don't have to dip it in the stuff. That's totally an option. So, what I do is I already know these guys are going to probably touch the side of the cup. So, I'm going to protect the leaves by putting like little stakes up. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, it's probably because you overwatered. That's just That's just me. These will eventually stand up. Yeah, and I encourage you guys go down the YouTube rabbit hole, whoever your favorite content, whatever is. Uh, do what you feel. Okay, so you guys will see. It's still in the back. Well, it's fine then. Okay, that's it. Sweet. That's perfectly fine. Do like I said, do whatever works for you. Just don't take over my chat. That's all. Whatever works. That's why I said in the beginning, whatever works for whoever, go for it. So we already put a little water in there. Okay, so like I said, it's just gonna sit in there. I'll probably have to double. Oh no, you're good. These guys will eventually stand up, but we're gonna end up having to double cup that guy. So if you guys have a smaller thing, uh, okay, thank you. Have a great day. I'm gonna block you. I'm getting very good at the block and remove button, guys. Just saying. Why is that always? Never mind. We're just gonna move on. So let's say this is what you got, but this cup won't fit on it. Well, that might fit, but I'm gonna end up double cupping it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting really good at the boot and remove because I just don't have time for it. There's no need for it. Like, look, guys, I'm all for educating people, but you start recognizing a trend when somebody's trying to take over your chat. And if you don't control it, they'll take over your whole show. So do what works for you. Recognize the signs. If they're there and you feel a certain way, bye. Oh, we have a cup right here. So let's say that's not big enough. I'm telling you, one of the best things I gotta get this guy covered. Hold on. So we got our spray. You asked about spraying. I just spray on the side. Oh yeah, I think so. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. Uh, so we got this. Awesome. No, that's all for it, and I'm all for everybody like helping each other out, but just like you recognize. So you can also spray the top. What's up, addicted? Okay. So there you have a cup on top of a cup. TBC! What's up? So if you have to do something like that, just take some tape, saran wrap, whatever you got. Okay. I don't like it touching the side of the dome, but sometimes you just can't avoid it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I just like look. Uh, I try not to make a big deal about it, but you just start to recognize signs, you recognize trends, and you see the way it's going, and you're like, not today, Satan, not today. Oh, you think Taco Bell? Oh no. And look, that's probably not the customer I want anyway, and that's okay. There's 50 million people. Just somebody trying to take over the chat. You know how it goes. So that's it. So this is like double cupped, and these leaves will eventually go straight up, and that's it. Oh, there is a little thing there. I need more tape, but it'll be fine for now. Uh, that's what I'm gonna say. Okay, guys, this is all I'm gonna say. This is all I'm gonna say because I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot being on whatnot. I watered mine a little extra because I wasn't sure. So if you, oh, you guys are like sideways. If you think you overwatered it, if it's in a brownie plug, you could take the brownie plug out and wring it out. Okay? It's perfectly fine. I've been guilty of that and had to take it back out. I feel less and less bad about controlling my chat, right? I'm not calling you guys chat. This is just going to be a teaching moment. You will start to recognize trends. You'll start to recognize a line of questioning. Oh, God. Please don't. Please don't. What's up, dude? Oh, shit. I'm just trying to mention you. Thanks for popping up. So I have first corm sprouting. The leaf is touching the top. Should I put it? I would. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I put corms. Sometimes I'll put in like this and then just put a tall. I have a bunch of corms going right now if you want to see. Look, you guys will start recognizing a line of questioning or a line of statements, okay? Trust your gut when you see that line of questioning or statements coming, okay? Because by the time you try to control it, it's already going to be out of control. Feel less bad about booting people and feel better about protecting your space and your environment, okay? Because I know somebody else felt that way. I'm just saying. Because that's all it takes. You give them an inch, they take a mile. You want to do an education show? Do an education show. That's all I'm saying. I didn't slap anybody. Just saying. So I'm just saying, I've learned a lot on whatnot. Recognize the trends, trust your gut, do what's best, have fun. What do you mean if you leave it in the cup too long? I almost feel like you can't leave it in the cup too long. Cause I've left stuff for like months and forgot about them. But if you leave it in too long, just start acclimating it. I have one acclimating. I'll show you guys if you want to see it. I have a couple. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Don't let trolls in either. I trust you guys. I trust you guys. Oh my gosh. I was showing off Leibowix. Leibowix was another reason I was late. Okay? It's not her fault. I was just having so much fun in her room and I forgot stuff. The spices when you leave. I knew it. Okay, so this came from Little Hands Big Deals. Okay? How do you acclimate a corn? Absolutely. So this one, that was that one. Okay, this one came from JJ Shopper. I now have an issue, a Ray Dunn issue. Okay? Okay. All right, I'll be right back. You guys want to see corn and stuff like that? Talk amongst yourselves. Get in here. Trolls. Oh my god, that's awesome. So we already did the brownie plugs, okay? Already did the brownie plugs. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. All right, so this is a pink nobilis. Pink nobilis. I'm going to show you guys the next step. I'm not a troll. If you say you're not a troll, does that automatically make you a troll? Asking for a friend. So, this is a very highly variegated pink nobilis. Hold on, you guys can't even see it. Hold on, let me get you guys down in the sink. No. All right, to the sink. Okay, to the sink. So, let me see if you guys can see it from there. Yeah, you guys can see. Very highly variegated pink nobilis. I dated it. How I start acclimating it is I literally start poking the holes in the top. I poke a hole, I wait a week, depending on how highly variegated it is. Pink nobilises are traditionally very hard to acclimate, so the harder they are to acclimate, the slower you take it. So I literally just start poking holes in it. Now, for corms, most people put their stuff in corm cups. Nothing wrong with corm cups. But they outgrow the corm cups pretty quick. So, like you said, the leaf is already coming out of the top. So I plant corms with the JJ Shopper. Let's go. What's up? So I created my own little greenhouse. You got enough headspace in there for it to grow up and create that condensation to keep it going. These were all kind of rehabby corms. This is what I do with my rehabby corms. Just throw them in a nectar container. No, this is just like a leftover container. This one is. You want that? Acai bowls. They're amazing. So you got that. Now for my next trick. All right, we're gonna do the Aglionema, the self-watering thing. How's everybody doing? Thanks for showing up. The trolls are out and about, but we're here for it. Okay, the next one I'm gonna do the pond situation. Just kidding. It's me. Oh my gosh, did you see the cup? I already showed the cup. Did you guys miss your mugs? JJ Shopper, have you opened your painting yet? That's what I really want to know. So, self-watering system, we're going to do, you missed the mug. That's all right. I just got it. This one we're going to do straight, fluvial perlite. Hold on. So, again, little hand. So live in person. Oh, what's up, Zodi? All right, that's cool. We're out to eat. I hate mustard. All right, this one came from Little Hands Big Deals. Okay, you guys got me on a Ray Dunn kick. I'm in so much trouble. And then JJ Shoppers, Rainbow. I love these mugs. All right, so we're gonna do self-watering. All we're gonna do is we're just gonna throw our stuff in there, just like that. Okay, self-watering. The Snoopy football. I'm telling you, you should have kept this. I like to rinse all this off firsthand. Okay, just rinse it off. Then we take our, what do we got here? Aglionema. We're gonna cut it. Bam. And you see, like, there's hardly any roots on this guy either. Okay, but we're gonna do the same thing. Bam, rinse it off. Throw it in there. I'm gonna throw some water in here. Bottom watering cup. That probably sounds terrible. Right. So we got that. We got that. These are pretty easy. I forgot something. But all right. So I forgot my hole maker. So we're just gonna make a little hole there for a little plant to sit down in. Bam. Set it down in there. Same concept as the brownie plug. You just want it to stand up. And there you go. So you'll do that. Doing a stand up like a comedy. I mean, I think I'm pretty funny. So I gotta go get another cup. 2P apparently the girl I just can't love. I'm telling you. Oh, I appreciate that, Robin's World. Okay, so same thing. We got a cup, lid, two hands. Two hands. I don't even know how to do that. Is this the right hand position? I don't even know. I gotta stop. So say so this one's already self-watering. And you want to spray, you could spray the inside of the cup, drop them in there. Also, you guys, if you don't control the trolls, they will buy stuff just to leave you a bad review. Ask me how I know. Okay? Cat K, what's up? Just say, okay, what did I miss? Oh, let me get, so same thing. Bam. Cover it up. Cover up the cup. Okay, I got the really strong cups. What did, I missed it. Did she find you? She'd probably find anybody. So that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Do not put these guys in a windowsill or anything like that. That's what I got. Oh, did I put microrhizome? See, we probably forgot microrhizome, but it's gonna be okay. So again, we did a monstera and a brownie plug surrounded by perlite. Why no windowsill? Great question. The reason, let me get this up here. Oh, hi guys. The reason no windowsill. Oh, sorry, we're shaking a little bit. My bad. Meow. Because windowsills get, depending on if you're facing south, right? If you get really intense south, someone complained that the corn she sent was too big. I know, it's crazy. It gets too much direct light. You want to keep these like in an indirect light kind of situation. I have succulents. So no, plant lights are fine. There's a difference between like your regular plant lights and the sun, the direct light of the sun, right? Because let's say you got this guy on a windowsill, right? The sun is so much more intense. So much more intense. What all these water droplets do on the side of your dome is they're like magnifying glass, right? So if you have this on your windowsill, you get that southern sun coming directly in, you will 9 times out of 10 burn your plant. But if you have a windowsill that maybe is like indirect light, you'll probably be fine. It's that direct windowsill light. And I know y'all got a spot in your house that you're thinking of. That's not the spot for it. But I know people do very well with putting them on windowsills. I just have seen so many people burn them from putting them on a windowsill. I don't use a heating pad. I use a heating pad. Here's the only instance I use a heating pad is if I have overwatered something and I need to dry it out because I'm about to sell it and I can't get enough of the water removed. I will use a heating pad to dry it out. But I'm very good at that and I watch it for like a day. A heating pad, because most people will overwater their plant, will like you'll accelerate the melting. It will melt. Melty melt. 100%. 2 to 3 weeks before lifting the lid. I do. Unless it's like a higher variegated plant. If it's like one of the green plants, 2 weeks, go for it. A higher variegated plant like a pink nobilis, I probably won't mess with that thing for like a month. I always look for new root growth, new leaf growth, new leaf emergent, stuff like that. You wanna date your plant, okay? You wanna get to know your plant, okay? You wanna know when the relationship is progressing, and until you see those signs, it's probably not going anywhere. You're probably still in the friend zone. I'm just saying. But that's kind of like tissue culture in a nutshell. Do you guys want to see a split corm? Have you guys split your corms ever? I have a couple split corms growing roots. If you guys want to see anything else specific, just let me know. What's a corm? A corm is essentially a bait. I'll show you one. I'll show you off my pink Nobel, not my pink Nobilis. Hold, please. Take a look. Hey, I'm telling you, they're ruthless sometimes. All right. So let's see here. And is that what's that? That's a split one. Okay. Okay, so corms are essentially you're new to corms, still learning. I love it. I love it. Um, so it's only an alocasia or like your colocasia have like spikes and stuff like that. How long do you soak TCs in water? Just until I get to it. I don't soak them for an X number of time. I wash them out the sink, get them in, get them out, and move on. So this is like alocasia. It's not like an alocasia. It is an alocasia, okay? I don't want to dump all the water. So this is my mother plant. Mother. Okay? Let me see. They alocasias will grow corms as like babies, right? And it's kind of a defense mechanism of like I was gonna make that was gonna be terrible. That was gonna be a terrible example. We're gonna walk that one back. That was gonna be a terrible example. So you have your mother plant, okay? Alocasia will throw corms as a survival, right? As like they're essentially growing themselves in case something doesn't make it, but it's also a little baby. So you take a mother plant, okay, under all the growing conditions, stuff like that, you get a seed. I call it seed loosely. Don't call the plant police, okay? So it grows something like that. You see that little nub right there? Look at those roots, though. So that guy's still pretty small. So I'm not going to pluck him. I'm going to get him a little bigger. Sometimes with your higher variegated alocasia, the corms will be a lot smaller. Okay? So that's an example of a corm. I have a cousin who is a cop. Office. I did have my greenhouse inspection yesterday. It was great. It was awesome. Um, you have corms of all different sizes from all different plants. All right, so that's an example of one. Did I pull the other one? I just pull them all. Pull them all. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Feel free to ask your questions, whatever. Okay. So let me back up because people are like, what's a quorum? I use a bunch of different methods to grow them just because people ask. So I have a puddle method, right? I don't have a puddle method. Like I didn't invent it. This is a mucolata albocorm. I did the puddle method with these. So I'm not going to leave them out exposed very long, but this guy, so he's already throwing roots, right? Already throwing roots. Do you have a pit? I wish. I still can't even get that in TC at a reasonable price. I wish. I wish. So that's that. That's the puddle method with a riser. That's what a corm looks like. Now, if you've ever split a corm, okay, corms have eyes on them just like a potato. Picture a potato. Okay, potatoes have eyes. Corms have like pinhead pinhead eyes on them. That's where your sprout's gonna come from. So I also split one of those, but I put this one in straight what the pond, not pond, the fluval perlite. Okay, I'm gonna take it out real fast because every time you open the ecosystem has to fight its way back to what it was before you opened it. So that's why if you acclimate stuff too fast, it struggles because you have now exposed it to your world and it's had its own little ecosystem. So now it's got to fight real hard to get back to it. Make sense? Makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to show it real fast. So I split one of those. One of the corms you already saw. Okay. And so you can see it's half a corm with its roots. Okay, that's one. Ah, go back in your home. It kind of looks like a cockroach, I'm not going to lie. But also, I think we underestimate the plants' want to survive. These plants want to survive. Okay, hold on. Here's the other little cockroach. Also split. I see your question. Let me get these in real quick. And I put it cut side down. I put it cut side down. Okay, get back in there. So you split once you see roots or before? Beforehand. Before. I've never done it with roots. I mean, we could split one. I don't know if I really feel like splitting one though. But we could. We could. Those already have roots. I use like get yourself like a little scalpel, like off the Zon from Jeff Bezos personally, and just you really want to look for the eye. I peel them before I cut them, and I just cut them down the middle. Some people will quarter them and get four out, but don't get greedy for your first couple. Split it down the middle. Make sure you look for the eye so you don't cut the eye in half. And then I just do it this way. This is the only way I've tried and done. So that's why I know it works. Yeah, try it with the cheap corm though. Don't try it with your expensive corms. Try it with the cheap corm. Peel it. Even get like a magnifying glass or even your camera on your phone. Like your camera on your phone is very good. If you can't see it, just like expand it, use your phone, look at it. That's what I got. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, follow up, anything? So, like this guy, so you guys see, most people would think this doesn't have humidity in it, but it's got the humidity in the base. Okay? But this is the pink nobilis, so I'm like babying it because it wasn't very happy. Okay? 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 So don't panic if you don't see humidity. Kind of go down the list. Okay, nice. You pluck your corm. Uh, I tried to put a corm in something as quickly as possible. Whether that's like the puddle method till I can get it to fluval perlite or whatever substrate I'm going for. If you leave your corm out for I'm not a corm expert. Okay. What's a tissue culture? Oh, what's up, Nate? I was about to be like, dude. Um, if you leave your corm out too long, it will dry up. So I have brought in corms back from being too dry before, but it's not something I enjoy to do. You bought corms from sellers that didn't make it. Were they too mushy or too dry? Because that's another aspect, too dry. Oh, like you received them too dry? If that's the case, that's a whole shipping thing. There is a delicate balance to shipping plants. Corms, tissue culture, well, tissue culture a little easier. There is a delicate dance you have to play between being just moist enough, but not too wet, like envy. But you also don't want it to be too dry. But it is easier to bring stuff back from being too dry than it is being too wet. So there's just a delicate balance between the two. Yeah, addicted to foliage knows. I know you guys know this, but it is. It's a delicate balance. You have to figure it out. You have to trial and error. I melted a corn I shipped to California my first year here because it was too wet. It melted. It happens. Um, but you learn from those things. You figure it out. I don't know why Plants Please was attacked. It happens. We tag people all the time. It happens. Do you prefer corms or TCs? That's a whole debate. Oh, what are you gonna say? That's a tough question. I like both. That's also true. I well, we're not gonna get into that debate. I wasn't saying that to you guys. I was saying that to me and what's in my head right now. Oh, did somebody buy something? Let's go. If I missed it, I'm sorry. Um, I have had just as many corms revert as I have had TCs revert. In fact, I have three very highly variegated corms from highly variegated mothers that have gone all green on me from corm. Okay. I've also had very highly variegated TCs revert. Okay. Um, Variegated, yeah. So there are people that have very strong stances on one or the other. It's really going to depend on you. I grow corms. I grow TCs. Some days the TCs, yeah, variegation is a B. Some days the corms, I will show it. I won't show it. I can show it if you guys want to see. I have three corms that I've grown from very reputable sellers that have reverted right back to all green. And I have some that have been super highly variegated. I have had maybe not as many TCs do the same. Yeah, I could show you some. Uh, Hold on. I'll show you both. I'll show you both because that's the fair thing to do. What's this guy? What's his? My TCs died. I'm sorry to hear that. This is a Sandariana. It was from a corm. Sandariana. It's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful Sandariana. No variegation on it. Okay, none. All green. Even this new leaf, all green. Sometimes I'll cut them back till they decide to act right. Some take longer than others. Longaloba Aria. This was this. I usually labeled TC. This TC grown, but also my Longaloba corms hold variegation very well. So this is Aria. I know it's hard to tell the way the light's hitting it, but it's got the variegation up there. So it it just happens. It happens. It's part of it. It's part of it. Back, do you take the leaves or leave one? I take them all the way back to the rhizome. I might have one that I cut. I don't have one that I cut. Um, Okay, hold on. Let me get back to your questions. When you cut it back, I cut. Yeah. I mean, I leave donor leaves when it's not involving like trying to get variegation back. Ulysses from Botanical Estates. He's very good with that stuff. Catch one of his shows. But I do. I cut it all the way back if I'm trying to get the variegation back. I usually try like 3 or 4 times, and if it doesn't come back, I'm just like whatever. But I also wait till like the fifth leaf. If Because the way it works, if you know the way a plant works, the leaves come out in kind of a spiral staircase situation. So that gives it each leaf, if you look at your plants, they'll come out of different sides, right? And that works its way all the way around the plant. Yeah, it does take some time. So that's why I give it to like 5, because it's already worked its way around the plant once and probably once and a half, right? So just keep that in mind when you're doing that kind of stuff. Also, just have fun. It's an experiment. Like, I know we get these plants because they're pretty and stuff, but don't be afraid to experiment with them. It is an investment, just like a relationship some days. But if you get into it for the right reasons and you have fun with it, do you plant in your mature alocasias? Do you plant in pond? I have a mixture. I don't do like straight pond. I do the fluvial perlite and a little bit of cocoa core mixed in to retain some of that moisture. I have some in straight soil that the pink poly snowflake you saw. I have that in a base layer of just perlite, and the rest is like the soil chunky mix that I use for my alocasia. Right? Get the plant you don't like, use it as an experiment. I love that. I have some in the I'll show you all one more time and then we'll roll out of here. We'll roll out. Bam. Bam. That's mean. um what's this one? So the poly snowflake down here, it's the chunky mix, and then I just put like a top layer of perlite and stuff like that. Fair. Well, we all probably do have plants we could spare. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do it on a succulent. So this one, I just grew it that way from the beginning. It also depends where it comes from, right? I was talking about Ulysses, amazing plant grower. I got so the corms you guys already saw. I got the plant from him. He grows his in the same thing, fluvial perlite. So I kept it in whatever substrate it came in. And I mean, it's got a new leaf coming up there. So it really depends. Yeah. That was a TC. I babied the snot out of this guy. That was TC grown. This is a golden bone marble pink. Also from, in case you couldn't tell, I love Ulysses. He's got great plants. I did let it burn there just a little bit, but this is corm grown. Also, don't up pot it too fast. Most of my stuff is in this until it becomes like a mother, because every time you up pot it too fast, it's got to focus more on the roots, right? You see, this is in like a little 1 incher, corm ground. We got 4 leaves. We're rocking and rolling. This guy was already in a bigger pot, so I kept him in a bigger pot. Right? They corm like crazy. They do. They do. What was crap? How long to maturity? Probably 6 months. 6 months, but I'm very like particular. I have a banana plant outside that I grew from tissue culture that is now on the ground. If it's not too bad, I'll show you guys that one, and then we'll rock and roll. There. Bam, bam. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So I'll show this guy. Uh, I don't have any today. Bookmark my upcoming shows. I just have caladiums and not very many. So this is banana plant. Okay, banana plant, meat, whatnot, and YouTube. Tissue culture grown. It fell over outside, so I gotta do all that stuff. But these are essentially 5-in-1. Hold on, let's see. Ah, okay, so 5-in-1. Those are all brownie plugs. Let me see if I can try to get a good idea of one. There you go. That's a brownie plug. So that's what I do, and it works. If you work it, if you know how to work it and work it, you'll be fine. What you got? It. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But like, so the some plants go really fast. Some plants go really slow. But if you keep them, especially alocasia, if you keep the roots tight, right, you're probably going to get a faster corm in that respect. A man was saying that he puts his TCs in brownie plugs. That's all I like. All I do to resell is brownie plugs. That's it. That's all I do. Everything else, maybe once in a while, I'll do the pond perlite or whatever it is. Welcome in. I gotta put this over here. Man, I can't believe those fell. Um, yeah, right after I have a, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I have like 50 cell trays that I grow all my TCs in. I can go get a couple so you guys can see. Yeah, right, right. I'll get a couple more. I'll get the tray of like acclimated stuff. Oh, you're good. I mean, my brother also runs a greenhouse. People in the world have been growing plants and in plugs. I'm gonna. Why they? That's right, Robbins. Soak them, choke them, but don't bury them. Don't bury them. It's probably because they're overwatered. Would be my guess. What do we got here? Gagnia aria. We got Gagnia aria right here. Brownie plug. What else we got? I don't have many in brownie plugs right now because people keep buying them. What do we got? Another Wentii aria. What a problem to have. I know. I know. I also do my propagations this way. I'll show you guys my prop box if you don't mind. I keep walking back and forth. Yeah, like there's not much. So does the plug stay on? It will eventually break down over time, like probably a year from now or more, but it will break down over time. I mean, I've pulled plants from brownie plugs because they were struggling and put them in not pond, in fluval and perlite. Fluval and perlite is kind of like my go-to for rehabbing stuff because I have a lot of control over it, over the watering, over a lot of the stuff like that. So I use that more for rehabbing stuff. All right, let me show you the brownie plugs. All right. Perfect. All right. So I also like to prop. I'm a pop those Monstera hoe. That's what I absolutely love. Okay. Uh, I have the same tray, right? Same tray set up for my propagations. Okay. Pothos. I do have a syngonium right there. I'll show you. These pothos are crazy. I will start selling these around like September. It's so freaking hot. Hey, let's go, Stormington. All right, so Hawaiian pothos. Hawaiian pothos. Hawaiian pothos propagated like normal. Cut it. Massive delicios. Oh man, I know it always hurts my soul when I have to chop any of my monstera, but it's for the better good. Do you water propagate? No. So what I do is I literally just chop them. I may have one that I just did. I do. I have one I just did. So I literally chop them and let them callus over. I throw some micro on them. I stick them in the plug and say good luck. That's Hawaiian pothos. I've done it multiple times. Let's see here. Like Hawaiian pothos, rooted. I probably need to water those. Um, Syngonium. So Syngonium scrambled egg. Chop that. I did that not too long ago, but it's got roots. Yeah, just the mycorrhizal, the great white. It has the great white shark on it. I just put it in one of these because it comes in a bag. But I let it callus over first, and then just like we did the TCs, I'll throw it in, throw the roots in that, and say good luck. I might have just done this one, right? Okay, I just did this one, right? Not too long ago, probably like 2 days ago. So I did that. Like, let's say we just took this cutting, right? I let mine callus overnight. Sounds like Harry Potter spell. Oh, I can't remember. But this was a nice big leaf. Okay? Nice big leaf. So we cut it. I cut mine at night so they callus overnight so I don't hover over them. Okay? And then I just take it. We'll do it. Take it. Bam. You see the little root there? Bam, bam. Little like Emerald Lagasse that. Just throw it in there like so. Let me get it. Brownie plug, same way we do the tissue culture. We split it. We don't bury it too deep. Stick it in there. Stick it in here. What do I got? What else do I got? I got an albo, epi albo as well. Epi albo. It is a little sad leaf, but there you go. The roots. So if the roots are like that, sometimes you can just wrap them around, stick them back in, just like so. I mean, that's what I do. I absolutely suck at moss anything, so I stay away from it. Yeah, all in a cell tray, just like I do my tissue cultures. All in a cell tray. like so. I've got to turn this guy a little. Just like that. And I mean, you could, if you're good with like moss, you could do sell trays of moss. Cap City Plants does that on some stuff. Send them to you. Just cover ship. I actually, where do I get mine? Any hydroponic store? Oh yeah, we're great. So I do. Being a licensed nursery, shipping across state lines, I have to have a grower's license inspection. Had that yesterday. That was great. We actually talked for like 3 hours about online selling being the future and stuff like that. So it was actually a really good talk. By the tray. Oh, really? Robin's World. Hold on. Do you sell on here? How did I just miss this? Don't want to tag you. Oh, shit. All right, I'm following you. Bam. Plug restocks and goniums? Oh, let's go. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how I wasn't following you, Robin. I forget sometimes. I am not a huge Syngonium person, so go get your Syngoniums from Robin's World. But that's it, guys. Do you have any questions? Any other questions? Don't be a troll. That's all I ask. None of you have been a troll. Just be respectful, be nice, be all the good things. Let me see here, back you guys up just a smidge. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Begonias? Oh man, I hear begonias are tough. I'm getting some in tissue culture, but I got a very limited stock because I don't know how they'll do. How do I deal with contamination in TC? Man, I just wash it off and then I'll soak it in the Fizan 20 real quick. But just make sure to really, really, really rinse it off. That's all I do. Try to get as much off of it. You can use iodine, yeah. Iodine's way milder and a little bit safer on you and the plant. Fizan and peroxide are a little stronger. So if you're gonna start, use iodine. Because if you over concentrate your Fizan and make it too concentrated and leave the tissue culture in there for too long, you can just strip everything off your plant. You do have peroxide. Okay. So when you get your tissue culture, you use browning plugs, correct? You can also message me next time you get new stuff. Usually what I ask people is, did it melt like a wet noodle or did it crisp up like a Rice Krispie treat before it unalived itself? Ooh. Just ordered them today. Use perlite and strata. It melts. It's too humid and it's too wet. That would be my guess. But if you use Fluval, also, your mix could be too Fluval heavy, right? Because Fluval is your, like, it retains the moisture. So if you get a little heavy, I'm just sending you a picture of mine and you can tell me. I got you. Your mix might be too Fluval heavy. Okay, I'm wicking cup. Yeah, did watch that. You do 50-50. So maybe do like 25, 25, 75. I go heavy on perlite as well because what that Fluval does over time. What's up, Andy? What that Fluval does over time is it does break down and it gums up everything. So just maybe go a little more perlite heavy and do like we did on one of the cups. Do like a base layer of just perlite. Just a very thin base layer of rock perlite. Throw your mix on top of that. They're on a heating pad. I'm not a doctor, but I very strong in saying they melted because they were, that's why. Try not to use a heating pad. Try that first. I have thoroughly enjoyed. I appreciate that. But try one thing. I will say maybe back off your 50-50, go 25-75 and take them off the heating pad. Because what that heating pad is it does is it already accelerates the moisture that's already in there. And if it's already oversaturated, it's just going to accelerate everything and it's going to melt. If your plant melts, it makes the water hot. Exactly. And that just accelerates everything. It's like boiling water, right? If you're essentially boiling the roots of your plant, like on a very large scale, okay? Again, I'm not an expert. I just understand a little bit of that. But yeah, you're cooking, you're essentially, right? Because you're in the oven. Uh, ah, you're in the oven. In the enclosed oven, right? We haven't preheated the oven. Then you throw a heating pad on it, and now you have essentially an oven for your plant. And at 99, 100% humidity with almost no air circulation, right? It's just going to cook your plant. Just like you cook lasagna in the oven. Have spouts? Do you tape them shut? No. What I do is I don't want to pull it out again, but I put my wicking cups in the double cup method, right? So this is like a self wicking, kind of the perlite, fluval, all that, and then I put it in a double cup. I think I know what you're talking about. You just have the humidity dome, but that's what I do. Just because what that does is that removes variables, right? This is the old paramedic in me. Spouts too. Yeah, yeah. Put them in a double cup, like this. Or if you just have this, put them in a single. Yeah. You're removing variables, right? Like we talked about, like your fluval perlite mix. We talked about your heating pad, but now like you've added the self-watering cup with whatever humidity dome you have, right? When I do this, I remove that variable of humidity, right? So if I'm melting plants after I've removed the heating pad, then what's causing the melting after I remove the heating pad, right? Is it because I have too much humidity, my mix is too strong on the fluval, too much water, too much stuff like that? If they are melting like a limp noodle, 9 times out of 10, it's too much. It's too much water. If they're crisping up like a Rice Krispie treat, it's too much fresh air all at once. I would completely remove the heating pad and start there. That's what I would do. That's an easy variable to remove. Okay? And it's a very easy variable to add should you want to add that. Absolutely, go for it. Thank you so much. God dang, it's almost 3 o'clock. I got a lot to do. Um, like I said, I personally only use heating pads in very dire situations. And even then, it's survival of the fittest. But I appreciate it. Now we're gonna roll out. Unless anybody has anything. This is also streamed on YouTube. Streamed on YouTube. KimmyD_86 is the YouTube channel. I have a jacket. It has 2 leaves. I have a jacket. It has 2 leaves, but they look crispy. It's been watered and I added a small humidifier. Oh, Jacqueline's are rough, period. Is it a full grown plant? Or is it a TC in a cup? A small humidifier. I mean, that's smart, though. I appreciate that, Tippy. Just a plug I bought. Oh, okay. When I get a plug or a plant, right? If I buy one, I go through a similar acclimation process to my environment, right? Like, say I have a plant coming from Florida, and it's coming to the Midwest, right? My environment's different than the environment in the Midwest. So you get a plug, right? You got a plug. Put it in, like what we put. I'll just show you. Hold on, guys. Close your eyes. I'm gonna show you what I do with new plants, and then we'll roll out. We're going on a tour. Tried the peat mesh off. Okay, I got you. I get what you're asking. Hold on. So, what I do with brand new plants, hold on, these are brand new plants. Get yourself something to make a little greenhouse, right? Like these are those popular shoe things. And these are all new plants. Some are rehab. I told you guys we did rehab stuff. How I did rehab stuff, that's a rehab right there. I I bought this one from Ulysses. This is Regal Shield Aria. It came last week. I put it in this humidity area so it can build up, like it can have a better environment, because I know his environment, he has a tent and stuff like that, and that's how he grows his stuff. So if your Jacqueline's crisping up, create a higher human environment without introducing too many variables into that environment. Throw it in a humidity dome, throw it in a double cup, even if it's a plug, okay? And just give it time. Time will be your best friend on that. But I do that with grown plants that I buy from other sellers. But she too tall. So what else I do is, I don't know how tall she is, but I do, so you can also turn it so it's standing straight up, right? So this is sideways, right? We can just like turn her like that, like I have my anthurium, right? That's where I have my anthurium. Or you can double box it like so. So you got three options for that. No, don't feel stupid. The only reason I know that is because I failed. And I struggled with like high humidity because I don't have a tent. I just have the cell trays. That's all I have. This is my whole operation is right, like essentially like right here. Okay, up there. Tissue culture in the basement so they stay cold. But even plants that I buy from other sellers, that's how I acclimate them to my house. Because everybody's house is different, every environment is different, and I feel like a lot of people say that, but they never really talk about how to acclimate the plant to your environment. And ever since I've done TCs, I just replicate that on different plants. What's up, Redworks? Right? Especially your higher variegated plant. That's why I also love TCs and corms, is because they're essentially baby plants that I get to acclimate to my environment. Don't get me wrong, I will buy a big plant. I love me a big plant. I got one coming. I was hoping it came while we were on the live. We could have unboxed it. But when you buy a tropical plant and you create the closest environment you can get to that tropics, right? And then taper the tropics back to your environment, just like TCs, you will be more successful. But you just have to give it time and treat it just like, I don't touch new plants for like 2-3 weeks. These guys will sit in this dome for 2 or 3 weeks. I don't touch them because I know the weight will provide a better outcome than throwing the new plant into my dry ass Midwest house when it came from like Florida. I just use Florida because it's very humid there. Okay. Also, I do live spray paint right there. That's a Lilo and Stitch spray paint thing. But do you have any other questions? I'm always happy to answer questions. Oh, no way. Yeah. I'm located outside Kansas City, Missouri. That's where I'm at. I mean, it's humid as hell right now, but it's still drier than it is in like Florida. Jacqueline's, I know, you notice I do not have a Jacqueline. Okay. Oh, let's go. I love it. Jacquelines are notoriously, I struggled with them. I don't have them. Create a humid environment however you can. Throw it in a double cup. Throw it in freaking Tupperware container if you got something big like that. Just whatever will work. Let it build that environment for like 2 weeks and then taper it back to whatever your home environment is. And you'll be perfectly fine. All right, let me get in my shop real quick. I know, I got a meeting. Sold. What did I sell? Oh, thank you. I love it. So, turning my box on its side. I love it. Dude, I'm telling you, some of the simplest stuff comes to me after the fact. I'm like, why didn't I think of that earlier? You know how many times I've tried to throw allocations in these dang shoebox things? And I'm like, I said the same thing. I'm like, they're too short for them. I'm like, and then one day, I did it for months. And then one day, I was like, wait a minute. What happens when I turn these on its side? Sure as shit. Now it's like, especially anthurium. Anthurium love high humidity. You notice I don't have a lot of anthurium. I just have anthurium people have sent to me, and I can't create that environment, nor do I want a tent right now. So that's how I did that. But you can always message me with questions. It is easier if you like send pictures of your plants and say this is the issue I'm having. It's way easier to figure out. Y'all, did y'all hear that snort? Look at this husky down there. That's Sierra. She's huffing. She huffed at us because I'm talking too much. But I just saw a friend go on that's selling TCs, so we may rock and roll over there if you guys want to buy some. If you're feeling like it. Let's see. What you got? What you got? What you got? I know, we got 4. But I genuinely appreciate everybody hanging out. Stay around for the raid. We're gonna go Annex Oasis. He's a little eccentric, but we do like him. He is selling TCs. I thought he went live. Oh, Jen's got the goods is on too. But we talked about TCs. Do you guys want TCs or do you want to know more about shipping? Do you want a community chat because we're in community, or do you want to go buy TCs? First answer gets it. We may go to Blasian Bunny because she's never on. Okay, we're gonna go to Blasian Bunny. We're going to Blasian Bunny. She's never on. When we get there, drop bricks in the chat. She's also a community person. Amazing. Just listen to her. Hang out. If you want to go buy TCs, head over to Annex Oasis, who is live. Drop bricks in the chat when we get there. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day. We are done.